Welcome back, everybody. They don't even want any. The last episode, we found out that Barry wants me to pick up his shovel so he can bury me with it. Offer bribe. Lower the price. I am a cheapskate. I don't have any money. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's it. Nothing to see here, folks. Let's go. Yes. Earth. Almost before you land, you are going through your post-flight routine almost without thinking, and Barry nods approvingly. It's just about time for me to head off home, but I want to do it in a way that shows you how to get a hold of the most common missions around. Been in contact with the relevant authorities, and I want you to check on the local mission BBS. It should be obvious what I'm talking about. Mission Beebs. Bibbas. Alright, ferry passengers, deliver to Rigel, delivery to Serenity, one of the best movies of all goddamn time. Ferry Barry to Dunroman. Could that be the one he's talking about? Because it says Barry in the name. As you know, I'm looking for passage to Dunroman in the Journey's End system. I thought I would do it in a way that would show you how the BBS mission system works. Here's a quick overview. If I select this mission and hit my map, the green icon over this sector, even though I haven't been there and don't know technically where it is, that's where the map says it needs to go. So at least it'll tell you where you need to go. So if I click on this one, that one's really close. Rigel 3. And by doing this, I can find a bunch of missions close by and link them up and grab them all if I decide that I like them. So Dunroman is here, which means I'll have to go, I think, here and then here. It's always a good guess, so it's going to be the closest to whatever sector thing. You get the idea. As soon as you accept Barry's mission, audio clipping starts playing. I'm glad to see that you're prepared to take me on for one more journey. I thought you might be sick of me by now. Anyway, I pretty much passed on to you just about everything you need to survive. There's a whole lot more that you'll find out as you go, but I think I've given you enough to make sure you keep out of trouble. I'll see you back on board your ship for this one last hurrah. The fuck ever, Barry. I'm just kidding. Barry's awesome. He's the uncle, the space uncle you never had. But you... Oh god, so many pirates! Why did it have to be pirates? No, Leviathan, you are screwed. Alright, and as soon as I jump into the system, I can see what systems I can go to next. So this was previously undiscovered, but as it's empty and has no value for me right now, I'm just going to go ahead and skip it, which is probably the best thing to do in case pirates decide to show up and steal all my berries. After completing your post-flight routine, stand by your hatch and say your final goodbye to the man who has done so much for you. Ah, you're a good kid, he says gruffly, and I think you'll grow into a fine ship's captain. Just try to stay out of too much trouble and remember some of the things I've said. Maybe one day we'll meet again. Maybe one day when you're ready to give it all away, you'll meet some young up-and-comer who needs a... I'm sorry. I've got a filthy mind. Who needs a bit of a helping hand. I wish you well, son. I'm sure you'll do fine. And with that, he turns and leaves, gets shot, and... no. Soon disappearing into the spaceport, leaving you feeling a little lonely, but more than a little proud. After all, in the judgment of an experienced spacer, you've now reached the stage where you're ready to take on the role of ship captain all alone. I need to eat something. My stomach is growling. Still, you'll miss the old man. And they want medical supplies. Hooray! Outfitter. It's time to do a shit ton, metric, mind you, of trading runs and missions. Missions at first will yield the highest gains until you have a ginormous ship that can carry a whole lot of crap. Delivery to Kaniki. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll stop at Seoul and get some fuel. Oh yes, missions that you've already accepted. Red dots, red arrows. Jumpity jump. So if you ever have an interest, the older versions are also available as a total conversion modification. for this game. So you can play like the 1999 classic that I was playing as a teeny tiny child. Actually, I don't know what year it was created, but I think it was actually the 90s. The first one came out in the 90s. This game has been out for probably 5 or 6 years. This one right here. So it's not new. And I think it'd be great if the word got out about it, because it's a really fun game. Very low resource. Available for Macintosh, OS X and up, and Windows XP 7, etc., etc. I'm playing it on Windows 7, as you can no doubt tell. Mission Beebs. Delivery. Ferry passengers, no, they'll only pay you $5,000. But you can take on a lot of them at once, since people don't seem to weigh very much, and you can pack them into your ship. Where does that one want me to go? Nope! Too far. Actually, it's not that far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Las Vegas! Las Vegas it is. So I'm getting monies. 1 and 2. Now, here's where careful planning. I said 3 jumps. 1, 2, 3 is my maximum. Alfara is a military outpost, and they may not let me dock. Not for all the monies in the world to refuel. So I'm going to refuel in Seoul. You want to think about those things. There's a lot of strategery that has to go on in this game. Things that you wouldn't normally figure out would be completely necessary until it was too late in other more linear games. Oh no, you're being stabbed. Press A to unstab. Because that's how it works? No, sir. 10 tons of mission cargo. I can't fit anything else in there. Terrapins are cheap. I can fit a lot of cargo in there. How much cargoes? 125 cargoes. Tons of cargo. Blah. Excuse me. There we go. A heavy shuttle. For 5,000 credits after my trade-in price. Cargo, 14 tons. Are you joking? 400, 359. See, the maximum speed of this one is 359. That's the shitty one. This one's in really good condition. He wants way too much money for it. But it goes 400. Here's a stock one. It goes 390. So you can see the more expensive upgraded one that somebody is taking good care of. You know, actually performs better. That one only equips 1 light blaster, so I was right. I haven't played this game in forever, but I was right. 1 light blaster is what it comes with stock, and this upgraded one comes with 2 light cannons, so it's better in almost every way. Shields and armor is 50-50. Shields and armor on the original one is 45-45. Those are some of the benefits that you can get from purchasing a good used ship versus just a new ship. That you can't really get any other way. Like, he doesn't actually have an armor and a shield upgrade. The ship just, for whatever reason, has better shields and armor if you buy this one used in good condition. There's 2 Valkyries here. Clearly this little gas guzzler has seen better days. So this one's going to be the shitty one. 200 grand is his asking price. Clearly, this captain of this vessel knows his business. This one's 600 grand. I think the original asking price is like 450, but he's got tons of shit on it. So once again, it's going to have better than average, better than stock shields, armor, speed, acceleration, and turning. It won't necessarily have more or less guns and turrets. See, here's the shitty one: 5 and 1, 415 top speed. 5 and 1. 450 top speed, 425, 135, 375, and 100. So, yeah, this one's a piece of shit, and this one is a glowing example, which one day I hope to afford, but I'm not getting there very quickly, am I? One day, the asteroid miner. Yes, you can mine asteroids. It is pretty ridiculous to try. It's fun for a while if you just want to try it out. You go around pew-pewing space rocks. But other than that, that thing's pretty much useless for any other role in to haul cargo. It's very slow, too. Join me next time as I grind away my bones to try to make money for a better ship.